Evening, Nick. Um, you guys just a little bit slow getting out on their 3-point shooters. I think they made 19 of them on you. You lose them a little bit.
Well, it was, they force you to pull in some, Doug, but we're not afraid to do that to stop some of the drives and the lobs. And, we gotta hightail it out there to challenge those. So yeah, I don't think we got there enough, to make a miss. There was a lot of open ones, and they started, they made a bunch too that were, I thought Gallinari's, all his were challenged really hard, and he made them anyway. And Herder made a couple tough ones too. But yeah, they shot the ball extremely well tonight, obviously.
Offensively, you turned them over, but you didn't turn those into points that much. They're half court. They get back really well on defense. That sort of take you out of some stuff, out of some of your stuff.
Yeah, it did. I think that I kind of joked about this before the game, but it seemed like every time we were right there to get right back in it, we blew a layup at the rim. Yeah. And some of those were in transition as well. We made good hard drives and made good, and they looked like good shots too. It wasn't like they were just rolling off, a few of them tonight. So I think that probably hurt us a little bit. Could have finished a little better, I think, Doug.
Thanks, Nick. Appreciate it as always.
Okay. Thanks, Doug. Enjoy the Super Bowl tomorrow.
Yeah, you too.
Thanks, Doug. We'll go to Steven next.
Hey, Nick. I'm just wondering, how big a factor did perhaps fatigue play, particularly in you guys not being able to get your transition game going as well as you have in the past?
Well, yeah, it was a concern. I think we didn't have a ton of juice up the floor, especially, I thought, we started out pretty good and we were up the floor. We're getting some easy looks, and a little bit of a bog down there in the second. Start the third, after the timeout, we started flowing a little bit again. We weren't quite getting it up the floor with the pace we want, even after makes.
And that third quarter felt kind of very herky-jerky with the amount of foul calls that were made there. Did that kind of throw you off? Throw the flow of the game out at all?
Well, let me ask you, Steven, did you enjoy watching that third quarter? Was that a lot of fun?
I did not, but that's just me personally.
You should be there on the sideline going through that. No, it wasn't much fun. It was, again, it's really, really strange, but happens some night, long season. Guess you get some uneven play sometimes.
Thanks a lot, Nick.
Yep.
Next, we'll go to Josh Lundberg.
Hey, Nick. Chris played something like 20 straight minutes there to close the game, but the energy seemed to be there throughout, as it usually is for him. How important was that for you guys tonight, especially on the second night of a back-to-back, to have him come in and play the way that he did?
Well, he played great, Josh. I think, it was, he was just relentless on the glass. The only thing he didn't do well was shoot his free throws, which is strange. Pretty good free throw shooter. But it's good to see him get those attempts. I thought he got a piece of a few, block shot wise. I thought he was, he had obviously a really good game. He was a big factor. I really like the roll element he brought to the offense tonight too, right off the pick and roll, coming, storming down the lane and finishing hard and stuff like that. So it was good. He had a great game. Looked good. He's getting better and better.
Cool. Thanks, Nick. Safe travels.
Yep. Thanks, Josh.
We will go to Aaron Rose next.
You ever see so many technical fouls called in a game?
I don't know. How many were there? 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah, we've had games with more than 4, I think, Aaron. Is that what it is? Yeah.
If you say so. It seemed like a lot.
Just glad I wasn't one of them, Aaron. Maybe I should have been. I don't know.
You talked before the game about how it's nice that the ball sort of just moves around and finds the hot hand. I guess on the other side of that, it seems like every night there might be somebody else having a hot hand. I guess the last 2 nights it's been Chris. Norm has looked good. Is there something frustrating about never knowing who it's going to be on a single night?
No, it's not. I mean, I think that, when you get done with the game and you look at the raw numbers, you look at some guys that had a lot of attempts, and those percentages, were just a bit higher, just chip in a little bit more, it would help. But, there's plenty of, you're not getting, what do we get off the bench there? We got quite a bit, when you add it all up, 13, 50 points, that's a lot off the bench, right? And then 3 of your starters have pretty good nights as well. I think we probably had enough points to win tonight, scoring wise. I don't think, I would like to think if we score 121, we can win a game, but we just didn't have the juice to guard them tonight, and they shot their way to a W.
Should I assume you're going with the Chiefs tomorrow?
I haven't quite made up my mind. It's a tough one for me. I'd probably end up going for the Chiefs, even though I'm a resident of Tampa Bay now. It's hard not to pull for them. I'm really split on this one, Aaron. I got a few more. Got to get one to sleep on it tonight, and then I'm going to decide in the morning.
All right. Thanks.
Thanks, Aaron. I see one more hand for you, Coach. We'll wrap up tonight with Louis Zatzman from Raptors Republic.
Hey, Coach, sort of about the free throws and techs. Obviously, conversation with refs is part of the game, but do you feel like the team's response to all of those free throws and techs is sort of affecting the play afterwards?
I don't think so. I think that there's a time to talk to them, and there's a time not. I'm not, if you're a player and you hit them and they call it on you, I don't think you have much right to talk. But if you get all ball or you don't touch them, then you have every right to ask the question of what they saw for an explanation. So I would just say there was probably some questions our players had, several questions tonight.